Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is almost February, so I have a very exciting video today. I ordered 2 blind date books on Etsy, and I thought it would be fun for us to open them together and read them and review them in honor of Valentine's Day. So like I said, I ordered 2 of them. I just dropped stickers. This one's from JoyfulReadsByLiela, maybe? Liela, something like that. And then this one is from MidnightCosmos. They were both, hold on, I'm picking up these stickers. They were both about $17, but I'll put the exact information here on the screen somewhere. And I told them both that I wanted a YA contemporary romance, and I even linked both of them my Goodreads because they gave me that option to do that. So hopefully they are books that I will enjoy, but I don't know. And then they also both had options for hot chocolate, which I thought was really cute, so maybe we'll drink that at some point. So the first one that I got in the mail was this one from Joyful Reads by Liela, and it is definitely a soft cover. I can feel it, and it's a relatively short feeling book. So I'm going to open this one first. It is all wrapped up with the paper folded, so it has little pockets, if you can see. And it has this cute little, why don't I have any words? Wax melt? No, that's what you burn like a candle. Wax seal. It's got this cute little wax seal, and then it's got stuff in the little pockets. So the first thing we have is this hot chocolate packet. And I can't remember, but one of these had the option of like actually one of them had like an option of like tea or hot chocolate, and the other one had different options of flavors of hot chocolate. I don't know which was which. And then we also got this little mushroom bookmark, which is just like a laminated little bookmark, very cute. There's some stickers in here that I'm going to try not to lose. We have this one, which is like an array of books. And then we have this one, which is tea on top of a stack of books. And then this one that is pink, and it says, "I love reading." Cute. And then I also opted to get a little like note sheet of things about the book, like a cheat sheet, so I can guess. It says YA adult, which I think she meant to write young adult. Bonds of sisterhood, emotional AF, life-changing emotions, and moments. And it's got 4.2 stars out of 5 on Amazon. And then she wrote me a little thank you note and said that I might need tissues for this book, so I'm thinking it's going to be sad. So based on those guesses, I'm thinking it might be, and the feeling of it, I'm thinking it might be Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, which I guess I wouldn't be opposed to, but that's not very like romancy as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so let's dig into this. I brought my scissors, so I'm going to cut this. Sorry. And usually, these like blind date book things use used books, so they're usually like older. I've done it like twice before, and I didn't really care for the books I got, so I'm hoping that we enjoy these. Let me try and do this so you can see what I'm doing. Huh? Interesting. I've never seen this book before. It's called I'm Not Her by Janet Gertler. Tess is the exact opposite of her beautiful athletic sister, and that's okay. Christina is the sporty one, Tess is the smart one, and they each have their place until Christina is diagnosed with cancer. Suddenly Tess is the center of the popular crowd, everyone eager for updates. There are senior boys flirting with her, but the smiles of her picture-perfect family are cracking, and her sister could be dying. Now Tess has to fill a new role, the strong one, because if she doesn't hold it together, who will? So that sounds really incredibly sad. And it's a little over, JK, it's not even, it's a little less than 300 pages, which is pretty easy for me to get through, I'm hoping it's not too terribly sad, and the cover honestly looks a little, old, like this is what YA books used to look like, right? So I'm hoping it's not like super outdated. It came out in 2011, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-ish years old, if I did my math quickly on the spot. I'm Not Her. Okay, so I guess I'm looking forward to reading that one. And let's open the next one. Okay, this other one I received a little bit later in the mail, and this is from MidnightCosmos. Like I said, they were both around the same price range, and they were relatively inexpensive from what I saw for blind date books on Etsy when I looked it up. This one came with this little goodie bag with a cute little bear on it. So let's see what's inside here first. Oh boy, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. We have two of these, what look like apple. No, they're guava candies. Can you see those? So I have two of those. We have a little, guys, I should read a dictionary. Little, what the heck do I call these? They're little like annotating flags. A heart sticker. I'm trying to do this quickly so this video is not hours long. This little sticker. This cute little sticker. And look at these holographic stickers. This one is another like tea mug on top of a stack of books. This one says, "Hot girls read books." Facts, that's true. And this one's really cute. It's like little flowers taped to a sheet of paper or whatever. This one also came with a hot chocolate mix, which I will be enjoying at some point. Another mushroom bookmark. Are we sensing a theme here? And then this one's so cool. It's like a reading list bookmark where you can add like the stuff that you've read and rate them on your bookmark. That's so cute. I love that. Okay, this one says it is 344 pages, hardcover, and it says swoon-worthy, and it is a YA contemporary romance. So I have no idea what this could be. I'm hoping it's not as old as the other one. I'm hoping it's something a little bit more recent. Okay. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. Any guesses? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is like brand new. I Like Me Better by Robbie Weber. This is so exciting. Because I just read, let's see where it is on my bookshelf, if I can see the title. Where the heck is it? I just read one of, oh, there it is. If you change your mind, I read his book over the summer, and this was definitely on my TBR list on Goodreads. I'm so excited about this. That's so exciting. So I'll read you what it's about like I did the other one. This is definitely recent. This is more recent. This is not how soccer star Zach Martin thought his summer would go. When the captain's prank means trouble for the whole squad, Zach's left with no choice but to take one for the team and cover for him. Now he's trading parties and beach days for community service at a seaside conservation center. Fair enough. But thanks to his new reputation, the cute intern Chip won't even give him a shot. Still, Zach finds himself falling for Chip between dolphin encounters and shark costume disasters, which means he suddenly has way more on the line than he ever expected. Zach may be good at winning on the field, but can he keep up the lie without losing himself? I really liked his other book that I read, If You Change Your Mind, and I keep seeing him live on TikTok lately. This book came out, I think, last year, but I will check. Hold, please. Ooh, I can't turn the pages. Yeah, 2023, so this is from last year. I'm actually, if you can't tell, very, very extremely excited about this one because it was literally on my to-be-read list. Okay, so to recap our opening, our unwrapping, we got I'm Not Her, which is about a girl whose sister has cancer. And then we got I Like Me Better by Robbie Weber, which is a LGBT summer romance. I'm hoping this is romancy, so it goes with our Valentine's Day theme. But I will be reading these up until Valentine's Day, and I'll probably give you some, like, I never know the words to say. I'll probably give you some updates as I'm reading them, and then we'll come together for some final reviews. Very exciting. And I'm also gonna go drink this hot chocolate. Cool, I'm so happy with all my goodies. Okay, see you after I read these, or while I read these, I don't know. Okay, hello again. It has been a couple, I think like a week and a half since I opened these books, and I have since finished them. So I am going to tell you about how I liked them. So the first book I read was I Am Not Her, and I had I was a little bit hesitant going into this book because it's not like the typical book that I would pick up and read myself. I don't really go for like the sad stuff like this, and I prefer like heavy romance. But I was pleasantly surprised. I actually really enjoyed this book. I read it relatively quickly. I honestly just wanted to keep reading it to see what was happening and what was going on. And I really just wanted to know if Christina was gonna die, which sounds horrible, but that like made me want to keep reading it quickly. And so the book is about the main character, Tess. Her sister is diagnosed with bone cancer, and her sister wants it to be like a complete secret. She doesn't want anyone at school to know, and she doesn't want anyone visiting her. She doesn't want to talk to anyone, so she like cuts out everyone from her life, which I like understand, but also it's really kind of fucking rude because Tess now has nobody to confide in. She has like nobody understands why she's acting the way she is, and she can't like explain herself, and she can't like talk to any friends or anybody about the situation that she's going through. And like I don't want to be like I understand that her sister has cancer, so obviously her sister's feeling worse, right? But I don't appreciate that nobody took into consideration how Tess was feeling about the whole thing, you know? So I'm going to talk about the romantic aspects of this because there's not a ton, because it's not really a romance book, but that was the whole point of this video, was to read romance for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to talk about the romance anyways. So there's three like main boys in this book, and there is Nick, Jeremy, and Clark, and they're all kind of introduced as like love interests for Tess. And Nick is like first described as being like gross and like covered in acne, and he's like drunk and he smells like smoke. But then throughout the book, Tess is like more and more like crushing on him, and it just doesn't make any sense to me, because why would they introduce him as like this disgusting character and then all of a sudden he's like the main love interest? Like I can't change my opinion of him now that you introduced him that way, you know what I mean? But she really kind of likes him, but also he's like kind of sweet at times, so like I get it, but like also like ew. And then there's Jeremy, who is kind of like her sister's like stalker a little bit, not really, but like he's definitely interested in her sister, but he's the same age as Tess. Spoiler, but Jeremy and Christina, the sister, develop like a really strong friendship because Jeremy's mom also has cancer, so they like understand, and he can talk to her and he like gets it, and it was very sweet. I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but he is not a love interest for Tess. I'm also not gonna spoil Nick's ending. And then there's Clark, who is kind of like, he seems most similar to Tess because he's like also going for honor society, and he's like, they're in the same grade, and he like wants to protect her, and it's all very sweet, but he's not really like, I don't really feel like he was described as being like this big, like I didn't really view him as much of a love interest as much of a friend. So I don't know, maybe it wasn't really, I don't think the book was necessarily meant to be like romantic, and I shouldn't really be viewing it that way, but that's how I'm viewing it for the sake of this video. So yeah, that was like the three love interests and blah blah blah. The romantic aspect wasn't like the biggest part of the story. The main part of the story is that Tess has to be like the strongest one in her family because her family is crumbling apart since her sister was diagnosed with cancer. Her dad's like never home. Her mom is like started drinking and she's crazy. And at one point, the mother literally said to Tess that she should have been the one to get cancer and not her sister. Who the heck says that to their kid? It was actually crazy. And it like wasn't even really like Tess was very obviously, clearly, naturally hurt by this. But like I don't even think the mom really apologized. It was kind of crazy. So anyways, I think I'm gonna look up what I rated this because I actually don't remember. I think I gave it 4 stars because I really enjoyed it, but it was just like certain things that were kind of crazy to me, and it wasn't like it was definitely memorable. Like I'm remembering all the characters and stuff, which is kind of, sometimes I'll read a book and I'll finish it and I'll be like, who was in that? What happened? But of course it's not loading now. Let's see. I gave it 4 stars. 4 out of 5. Yeah, so I really liked it, and I definitely recommend you reading it. It wasn't, it's definitely like an older book, like I said in the beginning of this video, but it didn't really feel that old. I mean, like, they talk about like Facebook and stuff, but it didn't feel super out of place. And it was like really realistic. I feel like everything that happened in this book is something that would totally happen in real life. Like the way that the family reacts to her getting cancer and like everything that happens just felt very real and believable. So that was I'm Not Her by Janet Gertler, and I really liked it. So check that one out. Okay. And then I read, oh, all my bookmarks are falling out. I used 3 bookmarks while reading this book. I read I Like Me Better by Robbie Weber, and this book was so cute. I also gave it 4 out of 5 stars if you saw when I flashed my Goodreads earlier. 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it, but it felt a little melodramatic. Like it was a little, like the major plot point was like, okay, but is it that serious? So it starts with Zach, who is a junior in high school, and it's just about to be summer, so they're going on summer vacation, but they're not, you know what I'm saying? It's summer. And they have a big charity soccer match, like towards the end of summer or in the middle of summer, something, doesn't matter. But he is hoping to be captain of his soccer team for his senior year. And they call him, what's the guy's name? Ryan, they call him Ryan 2.0. Ryan is their current captain, and he's kind of, like, Zach really looks up to him and wants to be just like him, and he's kind of his role model. But you find out that, like, literally everybody hates Ryan because he's an asshole, but Zach doesn't realize that. So anyways, Ryan pulls this prank where he puts, like, this book takes place in Florida, by the way, so it's, like, very beachy. They're, like, surfing, they're on the beach, they're enjoying the sun, blah, blah, blah. Ryan put a dead shark in the locker of a boy on the opposing soccer team. And he thought he was going to get in super huge trouble, and he is going to Duke on a scholarship, and so he didn't want anyone to know that he did the prank because it would have messed up his scholarship and he would have get kicked out of school and blah, blah, blah. So Zach takes the blame for the prank, and that makes Zach, he has to do community service hours now. So he's supposed to work at the library, but then he runs into this boy on the beach, Chip. And he's like the cutest boy he's ever seen, and he really wants to get to know him and blah, blah, blah. And Chip says that he is working at the the Marine Institute. He's working at the Marine Institute. So Zach lies and says that he's also working at the Marine Institute. So now he has to switch his community service hours, and now he's volunteering at the Marine Institute. And so the prank thing is all a secret, and it like messes up, I might spoil a couple things here. He like can't tell anybody because Ryan will kill him, I guess. And so it's this giant secret that's like hovering over his head, and it just doesn't seem that important to me. Like I was reading it and I was like, is it really that big of a deal? But it kind of was a big deal to Zach, so I get it. And also there's like the stereotypical, like, my parents want me to be a soccer superstar, and it's not really, I don't think that's really what I want to do. That plot was also in here. And it was kind of resolved a little strangely. It was like too easygoing, you know? Like he realizes that he doesn't have to be a soccer superstar. Like his parents just want the best for him, but his parents don't, as reading it, it seems like his parents do want him to be the best, you know? Anyways, so there's also like a subplot where they are making like a petition and a presentation, Chip and Zach, to ban plastic usage in their town. And so there's a lot of like environmental friendliness in this book, and what else can I say? It was just very sweet. It was cute. I really liked the relationship between Chip and Zach, and I thought that it developed very naturally. And Chip was like rejecting him at first a few times, like 3 times he rejected him. But they like slowly got to know each other, and then they slowly got together, and then they were like, maybe we shouldn't, and then they were like, maybe we should, I really like you. And it felt very realistic and natural and slow and easygoing, like unlike all the gross insta-lovey stories that we all read, you know? It felt very realistic, which I liked. Oh, the friendship between Zach and Noel, something like that. The friendship between Zach and Noel in this book was also very nice because they were kind of enemies, and then they realized that they had like a commonality, and then they became friends, and then they supported each other, and it was very nice. It was nice to read. I love like found family type stories, so I really enjoyed that aspect of this. There's a lot of like great friendships in here, and they all really, I just like good characters that get along, so I really liked this book. I actually really liked this one better than If You Change Your Mind, which is the author's first book. I think this one, I don't know if it's the story that was different, but I felt like this one was easier to read. I think the characters were nicer in this one than the other one. The other characters in his other book were like, I don't really like you, so I don't really want to read about you. But these ones I liked. I liked this one. And I pre-ordered his next book that comes out in September, and I am honestly like, that's too far away. I want to read it now. So I think I'm a big Robbie Weber fan now that I've read this. Okay. So the 2 books that I read on my blind dates were actually very good. I really enjoyed my dates. Maybe I'll go on a second date, a second blind book date. I'll have to order some more. I really enjoyed these. I had very low expectations because I think that a lot of the blind date books are like old used books that nobody wants to read, and they can sell them by making it a mystery. But I was very, very happy with these, and I was very happy that this is literally a book that I wanted to read. Like the Etsy owner, the Etsy seller definitely like looked at my Goodreads, which I appreciate, because I would be mad if I got a book that I like has no interest to me. So they actually considered what I like and what I read, and I very much appreciate that. Okay, so check out these books if those sound interesting to you. Hopefully I didn't spoil them too much. You can order your own blind date books from the 2 sellers that I bought them from. I will link them in the description. And if you do that, let me know how your dates go. Okay, happy Valentine's Day!